Hello, welcome back to another one of my Avowed Let's Play episodes. Last time, some shit went down. We discovered the name and physical body of the voice in our head. It is named Sapadal, and as suspected, it is a hidden god. And the Living Lands is apparently its prison, and we're not sure why it was imprisoned. But if I had to guess, I'd say childlike mind with godlike powers resulted in some bad situations. That's what I've picked up on from what we've seen so far, especially the most recent memory. Um, and all the questions in our sleep. Anyways, after we came to that meeting, after we had that whole meeting and a proper introduction to this being that still likes to only speak in riddles and whose intentions we still don't really know, we walked outside and saw a really big bonfire, which was a little concerning because it seems Fior Mesaverno was burned down. This appears to be, as best as I can tell, the Steel Garot's way of handling the Dream Scourge. Because they're like, oh, it's a plague, we'll burn it out. We saw someone who seemed visibly covered in mushrooms, running in terror from the burning city, which lends some credence to the idea that the Steel Garot isn't doing this entirely as a political move, though it's clearly a politically charged move in this world. They want to wipe out the place where the animancers they don't like feel safe. Stop animancy from occurring because they are very fiercely loyal to the Adirian Empire's way of doing things. However, it does seem like it's a thing they've justified to themselves as being burning out the blight. So that's the impression I'm getting. But the Steel Garot have definitely made my outright enemy list. Previously, we were wary of them. We were trying to keep tabs on them. And then they burned a city down, and we're like, okay, that's not okay. Especially when we learned that they, in fact, had a kill order out on us from before they did that. They said, if you see this guy, be cool with him, but if he tries to do anything to stop your plans, kill him. And it's like, okay, well, sounds like you declared me an enemy, so I'm happy to declare you an enemy. So let's get back to it. There was one quest at the refugee camp when I went to turn in the bounties at the end of the last episode. And I want to see what that's about. But then we appear to be heading to Shatterscarp, which is apparently a desert. So anyways, this dude I think had a quest for us. Oh yeah, there's dead people over there. Also a plant. What plant? Give plant? Very good. Anyways. Excuse me, sir.
It's you. The godlike. The rangers told me you help people in dire straits.
Hooray, not everyone here hates me.
But here you are.
Here I am. Burning Fjord was appalling. Of course I had to step in.
You step in now. When the fires are dim and the looting has been done.
Well, I wasn't nearby when it
Forgive
happened.
Me, please. I forget myself.
Yeah, that's understandable. I burned your home down. I'd be furious too.
It is not anger. It is wild. I fear it may consume me.
It still sounds like anger.
I'll be straight with
Anger's
you.
pretty wild.
The Steel Garot's captain stole something precious from me.
Okay.
It wasn't enough to burn our city. Now they have to loot us too. She'll let you close. You can take her prize back. But you will have to kill her first.
Gladly. You don't need to tell me twice. I want them to pay as much as you.
I respect your conviction. But no, you cannot feel what I feel.
Fair.
My young nephew stood up to the steel garrote before they attacked. The captain gutted him and looted his ring. An heirloom with our family crest.
That's horrible.
I left pity behind long ago. I demand justice.
Well, good for
I want
you.
the commander to die as painfully as he did.
Because guess
You'll find her at the
what?
Eastern Watchtower. It is not far from here.
If there's
I warn you,
one,
though, her troops will probably still be with her.
if there's one Adiran value that I definitely have, I definitely still support, it is the concept of justice. All right. Captain doesn't stand a chance against us.
I hope you are right. I can't think about her wearing our emblem. It makes me ill. I should go now. My sister will need help preparing my nephew's body. We'll both be praying for you. Damn the adherents. Damn the steel garrote. I'll spit on their graves. How can our family go on? Murder. Murderers. Every one of them.
We took over the ranger headquarters. I guess that makes sense. It's a military outpost.
We're the best army monsters in the world. Maybe us.
God, they set the scene so well. But yeah, no, an opportunity to find some steel garrote that, where they're actually fucking hiding. I guess they're not even hiding if they're occupying a military outpost. It's not really fair to say they're hiding at that point. But find where they are actually based and go kick their ass for this bullshit? Hell yes. Hell yes. I know I could have fast traveled right there, it wasn't that far, and I feel like fast travel, when you use it too much, cheapens the experience, you know? Like, I'll use fast travel every now and again, especially if it's really far. Or if I'm just trying to do something of low value, like let me turn in this side quest, whatever, but generally speaking, I have been pretty against fast travel as a mechanic since like the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, when it was just horribly abused to letting me go boop 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 anywhere across the map all the time. I like it more when it's like Morrowind or Skyrim. Well, Skyrim has the Oblivion system, but you can ignore it because they've also got a guy you can pay to take you places, and that's what I like, when it's like it makes sense a little more than just here's a magic thing you can teleport to. You know?
So
unless you're a mage casting a teleport spell.
What's our move, envoy?
Envoy, what are you doing here?
Hi.
Our report said you were still in Fjord.
I mean, what's left of it after you burned it?
I wish it hadn't come to that. But the Furians gave us no choice.
Really? I heard there was
Give me
no
one
surrender
reason why I
terms.
shouldn't tear your soul apart.
Because one wrong move from you and my soldiers will shoot. Now, state your business, and don't waste my time. We're moving out.
You're not going anywhere until you tell me why the garage is in the Living Lands.
Mission plans are confidential. Besides, this is my
I
tower.
am the
Play by my
ambassador.
rules.
You play by my
You're in no
rules, or you
position to
die.
offer us terms of any sort.
You're forgetting you're in hostile territory.
Sorry, I'm not the ambassador, I'm the envoy. Hilgard's the ambassador. Shut up. Anyways, I answer to the Emperor. You can't pull rank on me.
I see Lord Hilgard's second is outgrowing his boots.
He's my second, bitch.
Fine. If I relay my orders, will you leave us alone?
That remains to be
I
seen.
make no promises for your survival.
I take her at her word.
With Andra's mortar gone, Adia saw a passage to the uncharted world. The living lands were perfect. They had resources, land to build stable ports. We didn't anticipate the Dream Scourge would ruin Fjord's crops, but, well, we used the famine to our advantage. It wasn't personal.
Okay, let's get some context. Andra's mortar? What was Andra's mortar? That's what I really want to know. I don't think it's told, though. Andra's mortar gone. Adir sought passage to the uncharted world. The living lands are perfect. They had resources, land to build, blah, 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 blah. We used the famine to our advantage because we are bastards. Okay. Profiting from a famine? That's low even for the garage.
Don't take the moral high ground with me.
No, I'm gonna.
You've done plenty of profiting here yourself. I killed one sentry.
I never
I'm not
said
going to
that.
answer for the rest.
I'm sorry? You're not gonna answer for the rest? You're the fucking commanding officer here. Were you not? Doesn't matter how many you killed. The Garad has gone too far.
You come here as an agent of Adia's will, and you challenge the validity of their victory.
Of their heavy-handed
Ada,
diplomacy.
Let me remind you what the Empire does to traitors.
Let me remind you.
Attack!
Come here, bitch. You are willfully sabotaging Adiran diplomacy. You are the traitor. Give that back to me. Oh, hang on. I fell off a little ledge there.
Coming from the left.
No. Come here, bitch.
Show me what you got!
I was worried for a second.
Don't be. The real agent of justice is here. The benevolent will of Adir. Let's. Ooh. Alright, well, there's the family ring. What is this? And is this an Adiran themed sword? Because if so, this could replace my other cool sword. Killing an enemy gives you 15% attack speed for 10 seconds. Yeah, I mean, okay. Steel bonus fire damage, which is across the board good. The enemy restores 10% of your maximum health. Oh, dude, I could. That is a cool sword. Let's see. There, that's our offhand. For 10 seconds. 10 seconds is a pretty long time. But we're also not usually throwing in a ton of hits. We're usually like throwing in a quick hit or two and then backing off. Killing an enemy restores 10% of your maximum health. I have tons of things that restore my health. My health is not a big deal. It's I think really, because both of those are like fine. Really, it's 20% damage against Kith. That is people, essentially. From my understanding. Versus 10% bonus fire damage. 10% bonus fire damage is great, dude. But the attack speed bonus is fine. The maximum health bonus is fine. Let's see what that can upgrade to, I wonder, you know? When we go to camp. I mean, we would need to upgrade it anyways. Yeah, I'm glad we picked up this side quest instead of just going straight to Shatterscarp, because an opportunity to hold these fucks accountable? Yes. That's it. That is my official statement for the Emperor, is these people are willfully sabotaging Adiran diplomacy. They're putting us... They're, you know, causing international incidents. And I will not fucking stand for it. They're disgusting, short-sighted, heavy-handed fucking actions. They're giving all Adirans a bad name.
We should fight back somehow. Alas, we're inventors. We don't fight. Let's invent something. Oh, that shoots ghosts instead of bullets.
I'm sorry, what? That was sucking sick.
Yeah.
An arquebus that shoots ghosts instead of bullets? That's fucking awesome. Anyways.
Is he done? Is the captain dead?
Yes.
I knew I could trust you. And the ring?
Here it is.
My family will never hear. But at least we have something to remember him by. The gods favor you. Safe journey, godlike.
If you see anything you want, I could use the business.
Whoops. Okay. Give me the lockpicks. Should I really be buying their food? I mean, I guess if she's selling it, you must have some to spare. You know, these are real cheap. Oh! Oh! Okay. A map that gives you the totem. Okay, look, I'll just grab that. That's pretty cheap. So, is this... Okay, so does that put that on our map? Okay, no, it's like a riddle to figure out, I guess. It doesn't put them on the map. I don't care a whole lot about skeins. I'm just curious about this because I actually care a bit about getting that Wodica thing, you know? I mean, Wodica is our people's god. Rebuilding has begun? What? It's still on fire. Yeah, I kind of want to go back to Dawnshore and get Wodica shrine pieces, because there's 2 I'm missing, and apparently I can just buy from a merchant a thing that gives me hints, and I mean, I've explored most of that place. So I feel like I'd be able to, you know, figure out those hints pretty quickly. But we already went back to Dawnshore pretty recently to go. We get the totem.
Please, don't hurt our friends.
Stinging wasps! Treacherous weed! Quarry in the brush!
Nice shot!
Please, just go.
Everyone okay?
Haven't you done enough?
Yeah, I know. I killed your friends when they tried to kill you. They weren't in their right minds. I'm here to deal with that affliction. And that is one of its symptoms. Oh, hello. Oh, these guys are pretty low level. Who are you? How could you knock me down in here? That's so rude. This place is so gross.
Coming from your right! Try. Next one's mine!
Oh, I see. I think I electrified the whole water. Whoops. That's the button I wanted.
Right flank.
You.
Illness Mito. Worth it?
Careful, to the left!
Wolfen!
Coming from the rear. One for you!
Illness Mito.
Give it back. Oh, Kai's still fighting one.
Let's finish this.
Could have said something, Kai. Hey, wolf boots. I'm now using wolf gloves. I am. Dodge, distance, and constitution. Numerous wolf teeth and claws as tan leather is once the hide of an elder wolf of monster proportions, despite being made years ago, and no matter how much one tries to clean it, the faint odor of lupine musk still clings to these boots. The vitality of the great wolf whose hide these boots are made from lives on in them, lending their strength to its wearer. I don't care much about that. I'm honest. Move speed is on my shoes, and move speed was on the shoes I wore before that. And there's a reason for this. I like move speed. But it's nice to see all these items.
A good campfire will feel nice after this.
Alright, is this one of the places the totem thing was talking about? I feel like it might be. I mean, I glanced at it for 2 seconds and was barely paying attention, so, you know, there's a good chance I'm wrong, but it's, I mean, it's a place of interest, and we haven't explored up where these dudes, these ranged dudes were throwing stuff at us from. Me as well. I feel like it's a likely place to look, regardless. Fortified Zarp camp. Hold on, there's a dungeon. Alright, look. I'll go. I'll take it. Let's go get some XP real fast. It's on the way, sorta.
You know, it's almost comforting to smell Zarups at this point.
Is it? Hi. Oh, I can't join your dance? Oh, alright then.
Make worth and rock! mesmito. Don't seek. Egworth and Rob.
Who's ready for more?
An egg. Oh, they're like burning animancy equipment in their campfire. They're just like, well shit man, this stuff burns. Who put that skull on? Come on now. That's lazy. It doesn't look good. This is the whole place. I mean, I guess the rest of the place was outside. Alright. Shit, man. That's it, that's it. They were just out here, like, doing a little dance, enjoying their fire, admiring the skulls of the people they murdered, burning the shit they stole. Huh. Interesting. What's all this then? That was sick. Alright, let's do it again, guys. Yeah! Oh god! Ow! Alright, well. No. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm not done falling off of stuff. Woo! Alright, what's around this corner? Come on. Really? You're not tucking anything around this corner? Alright, can I jump up on here? Oh, yep, oh, ow. Alright, well, now I'm done falling off of stuff. So what is this? Shatterscarp Gatehouse. See, the thing is, that's not really where Shatterscarp is on the map. Just like... Uh-oh.
Come closer, Edward. I'd like a word.
I'd like a word too.
What happened here?
A moment of your time, if you please. From one Adiran to another.
Are we gonna be sassy? I think we're gonna be sassy. She was the one! I'm pretty sure I remember this lady, this face. She was the one who was all like in Fjord when we were there, and she's like, we have got plans too. Anyways. I don't think it was that other captain. I'm pretty sure it was her. I will cross my arms. These are all too nice.
Now that isn't the warm welcome I expected. The Inquisitor told me you were obedient to the letter.
Obedient to the Emperor, not to you.
Did you enjoy our little bonfire? Inquisitor Ludwig was pleased with our efficiency.
You irredeemable fucking swine!
Keep her on a tight leash. No need for this to get out of hand.
Are you responsible for the burning of Fior Mezzaverno?
One might argue they brought it on themselves.
I wouldn't.
Believe it or not, the Steel Garrote owe you an apology on behalf of Inquisitor Ludwig.
Bring us her severed head and I'll consider it.
That temperament of yours is exactly the problem she's trying to solve. Our attack came together in haste. You should have been informed, and I regret the oversight.
You say that like it's nothing, but you've made Adir complicit in a war crime.
All we've done is speed things along to their inevitable conclusion.
With a war crime!
Fuel Mezzaverno was always going to burn. Weak government, chaotic farming, dangerous research. They never had a chance.
What right do you have to cast judgment on us?
As the future caretakers of the living lands, we do only what is necessary. Fior Mezzaverno's reliance on animancy and stubborn individualism has done nothing but drag the living lands down with them.
No, there's really no reason to attempt to reason with this woman. She has made her decisions, and everything you say, she just feeds it into her fucking, version of events.
I see I have your attention. Good. Look, I'm only telling you this because you deserve to know Ludwig's intentions for the living lands. If Heelgard cannot maintain a grip on the living lands...
Well, he sure can't when you pick a fight with everyone he's trying to talk to.
You see, the Steel Garrote answer to the Burned Queen, not your floundering empire.
Oh!
And we will break from Adir, if that's what it takes.
Interesting admission of being traitors. You're insane.
Quite the opposite. The Steel Garrote bring reason to a frontier gone mad. Inquisitor Ludwig sees something in you, Envoy. She wants to cultivate your potential, as she did mine. You don't want to get between her and the fate of the living land, so let this serve as a warning.
Oh, but I do.
Our grasp on this island is going to tighten, even if it costs us allies along the way. Acceptable losses. What you do with this information is up to you. Either way, Emerald Stair is just the beginning.
Ludwig and the Steel Garrote are making a grave error.
Feel free to prove us wrong. The Steel Garrote love a challenge. Before I let you go, a little bird sang in my ear that you're going to Shatterscarp.
Word travels fast.
Of course, that would have been impossible with these meddlesome rangers in the way.
You didn't.
Of course you
I took
did.
the liberty of removing them. It's a shame, really. Honorable folk to the last.
Did Ludwig give the order?
Ludwig told me to open a path for you by any means necessary, and that's exactly what I did. When you arrive in Shatterscarp, give this letter to Temerity. Compliments of the Inquisitor. No need to keep you any longer. Let's hope our next meeting is under more favorable circumstances.
Yeah, you're not walking away from this.
You know, there's a depraved part of me that was hoping you'd make this interesting.
Let's make this a
I was going to be
battle
really
remember.
disappointed if we didn't
Sorry
get to
it'll
pick
be
a
over
fight
so
with her.
quickly then.
Worth and wrong!
Seal mess me.
Where are you? Ooh, good hit.
Heal yourself.
Seal mess
Obviously.
Seal mess meat. Seal mess meat.
Never had a chance.
Seal mess meat. Open! Seal mess meat. Seal mess meat.
One for you!
Open!
Bitch. Is that all our minions? I think that's all our minions.
Seal mess meat hole.
On your knees before the representative of your emperor.
Meat hole.
Admitted a traitor.
Good shooting, Kai.
Oh, hey, this is the last piece of the Death Knight set. Exceptional greatsword. Was she not clearly wielding a great axe? Now then. Anyways, Death Knight gloves, what they do. Stamina cost it while blocking and frost damage, whatever, that's not. How did they look? Ooh, they look pretty sick though. They look pretty sick. Anyways. We'll just sell that sword. Blah, blah, blah. Where is the thing? This is crafting resources. This is what we're looking for. Inquisitor Ludwig's Missive. To head sharpshooter, first class of Shatterscarp, Temerty Kaiwa III, on behalf of the Burned Queen and the Emperor of Aedir, I hereby command that the ruins of Naku Kubel be surrendered to Aedir. If you resist, Shatterscarp will share Fjord Mesaverno's fate. By my oath, Inquisitor Ludwig. Ooh, that is serious for people whose whole thing is hunting Oathbreakers. I like how I'm wearing, like, uniques in every single slot except chest piece and, like, main offhand. I'm so glad we got the chance to attack her. I was so ready for them to just be like, I guess we'll meet again later, ho 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 ho. And then just walk off, and just, I would have been so annoyed at that. I was like, I don't care if she's too high a level. Let me fight her. It is on site with the Steel Garage right now. Well, I guess not quite. I've spoken to them each time, haven't I? What is this? Need more oil for our blades. Moisture here is terrible for them. On the note, we're actually running low on number of supplies, low chest for armor, upkeep, food, anything that won't go rotten in a few days' time. Heroes of bullets, spare animats, equipment for downtime, recreation, don't ask. Soap for the love of all the gods. Soap. More soap than you have. We need all of it. Alright. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I've been speaking to them every time, despite the fact I just said it's on site. That's true though. I give people a chance to justify themselves to me, and if their justification, like, if their justification is like, oh, this is what should have happened all along, blah blah blah, then you know, then it's murder time. But what's all this? I'm getting so far off track. But yeah, I mean, every time with these people, that's what it is, though. It's like you just committed a war crime. They're like, yeah, I mean, if you look at it that way, I mean, really, it's just the natural course of events. I'm like, no, it's a war crime. You are shitting on the nation that I am the representative of, that you are a representative of. And then you said, well, we don't really need the Empire. We can do things on our own. And that was the point where I'm like, okay, so you're not even pretending. Like, you're not even pretending you're not a traitor. But the issue is, you came here on the idea that you are representatives of Aedir. You are using Aediran troops, not just Steel Garage troops, to do your fucking bullshit. And I will not stand for this. To all ranger stationed in a perimeter fort, you must report to superior officer before leaving the fort, whether on patrol for personal reasons or literally anything at all. Similarly, you must also report to superior officer whenever coming back. It's not that difficult to everyone. Swamp is a dangerous place. We don't need to add worry about everyone's well-being on top of the other issues we're constantly managing. Failure to report in or out to a superior officer will result in latrine duty on a night when a triple helping of beans accidentally made it into the stew. Wow. But also fair. I mean, this is a fucking military outpost, not a fucking happy camp time, you know? Like, you gotta have some fucking discipline. You gotta have some fucking communication. What happens if someone starts trying to, like someone from, say, the Steel Garrote starts trying to pick off rangers? You know, this is going to the next zone's a pretty big moment. Let's put a save there. To Shatterscarp. I can't believe it's almost an hour in before I get to Shatterscarp.
You came to Emerald Stair looking for answers. And now we're leaving with more questions.
I have one pretty
How do we
good
fight
answer,
the
though.
Dream Scourge? What can we do about Sapadal? And where is the garden? Not to mention, why the Steel Garrote burned my fucking home to the ground.
I have a pretty good idea on that one. What they did was inexcusable and unforgivable.
I'm glad you think so. Because right now you're the only Adairan whose opinion matters to me. I will not forget Fiume Siverna. Everything it was, and everything it could have been. And I will never forgive. Never.
Let's just remember
so
that it was the Steel Garrote, specifically the Steel Garrote, and only the Steel Garrote who did that shit.
Now we've got a Death Guard Inquisitor and the Steel Garrote dogging our steps. Do you think Ludwig will try something similar in Thirdborn?
Yes. Okay, Death Guard. Strong-willed individuals who refuse to die. They cling to life by maintaining a deep connection to some unresolved personal crusade, often tied to their faith. Rare and terrifying, Death Guards are some of Eora's most brutal and uncompromising villains. Alright. Maybe she'll listen to reason? I don't think so. No, I'm sorry. Nope. I don't think the war criminal is willing to listen to reason at this point. I think at this point, if they were ever to listen to reason, it would have been a while back. Probably around the time I initially arrived. Maybe then. At this point, I think she's too committed to the path she has taken to even question it. I don't think she will ever back down. If she does, we'll be ready for her.
That's good to hear. We'll find allies in Shatterscarp, if it's anything like I remember.
Good.
Thirdborn's a rugged place that attracts rugged people. Lots of Rawatayans, scramble routes with no prospects back home, washouts from military or mercenary life, sailors in search of steady ground. Add to that a motley assortment of pirates, free spirits, and people who like living under the loosest grasp of the law, and you've got Thirdborn. But rumor has it something's amiss in Shatterscarp. Strange dreams, disappearances.
Sounds
people
like
wandering
our
into the
dream
desert,
scourge.
never returning, or coming back.
Sounds like our dream
Changed.
scourge. The dream scourge.
That's what I'm afraid of.
At least that tells us we're on the right track. This dream scourge is one of the weirdest things I've ever tried to hunt.
What do you know about Thirdborn, Marius?
Town full of survivors. Anyone who decides to stake out a life in Shatterscarp isn't someone you want to mess with. Good enough people, though. And generally less likely to rob you or bore you to sleep than other places we've been.
Everything we learned in Naku Tadek points us to the garden. Thirdborn is just a stepping stone. But we don't know anything about the garden. It could be a myth or a metaphor. Whatever the garden is or isn't, it's our only lead.
It's probably a
We
physical
find the
location.
garden. We find the dream scourge.
That's my guess. Yatsley and also Inquisitor Ludwig believe the answer lies in Naku Kubel. It's interesting because I feel like one of Ludwig's goals. I feel like, honestly, Ludwig's main goal may be the same as ours. But everything she's doing on the way to it is disgusting. She has no concept of being delicate, being cautious. She is just, whatever this threat is, even if it's a disease, I'm going to bludgeon it into submission. And anyone who even asks a question, I'm going to bludgeon them into submission too. And anyone who looks at me funny, I'm going to bludgeon them into submission too. And I feel like there's really just like even if our goals are 100% aligned, I need to kick her ass on the way to it and then do it with less help than if I had somehow allied with her. But yeah, Yatsli believes the answer lies in another godless ruin, Nakakubel.
Yatsli is a master of the unknown and the unknowable. No mystery eludes her for
And
long.
weirdly, the
If
beat
there is a
everything to
path
death
the garden,
woman
Yatsli
also
can
believes
lead us
that.
to it. I'd follow her anywhere.
Or maybe that god poking around your soul could give us directions.
I'd rather
Ask
not.
for directions. Why didn't I think of that?
Oh, god damn it.
Kai, that's brilliant.
You don't know how she
Whatever
talks.
Soppadal tells us will be filtered through a lot of metaphysical noise, but it couldn't hurt to try.
It is a lead. I feel like we're gonna get nothing out of it, but we may as well try. Sure, let's do it.
This is so exciting. Soppadal? It's Giada. Giada Castel. If you're listening, could you please tell us more about the garden?
Castel. Castel. Why does this name sing to us?
Why does it sing to you?
A voice through murky water. The garden stifles the notes we cannot reach. The branches bind.
Did you get anything?
So the real garden is the friends you make along the way. For a moment, it seemed like Soppadal recognized you.
What? No. They must have confused me with someone else. Clearly your link to Soppadal isn't as strong as it was in Naku Tadek. But I'll take it over nothing.
Does anyone else want to ask Soppadal a question?
I'll pass. I've heard too many ghost stories that start this way.
Right. If I wanted to waste time, that's what I carry a flute for.
Just me then. Really? No one else has a question for the god of the living lands? Fascinating.
So let me see if I
Look,
got
they're
this
simple guys,
We're
alright?
looking for the garden, which might not exist. Our best lead is Yatsli, an eccentric scholar who's gone ahead to Thirdborn, where the Dream Scourge may be ravaging.
Don't look at me. I was fine going back to Paradise.
This is our chance to finally get some answers. Be ready for anything.
Anything. Right. Listen, I hate to ask this, but while we're in Shatterscarp, there's something I need to do. Something I owe Tama. There's an old battlefield near some Pogrunan ruins. Area called the Shark's Teeth. Tama lost his badge there. I need to get it.
Wouldn't it be buried? You know I can't promise anything.
I know. We got the Dream Scourge, the Steel Garrote, and who knows what else to deal with.
Yep,
For all I know, it's long gone anyway.
could be.
Better to keep moving forward, Kai. What's lost is lost.
Get some rest. Sleep is good for the soul.
Yeah, there's no harm in
Maybe this
bringing
doesn't
it up.
need to be said, but I don't blame you for what happened to Fiorme Siverno. I just wanted you to know.
That is good to know. These were my people. I should have seen it coming, because they should have told me beforehand.
You aren't responsible for the
And I
sins
should have
of the
shut it
Steel
down.
Garrote. I'll get the bastards who did this. One way or another, I'll make them pay.
Let's get some
But instead they decided to
We
be
have a long
traitors.
day ahead of us.
Alright.
Tell me, where did you learn to hunt?
Early on, I learned from a warden named Elinka. After that, I learned a lot from just going out and surviving on my own.
I'll bet you're a natural. You make it look effortless.
If you know what you're doing, it's not really fun.
So, 30% attack speed or successful parry restores 3% of your maximum health and 3% of your maximum essence. That's really cool. That if I were doing an entirely different playstyle,
Really that hard.
I would consider it. As it stands, just because it's a one-handed sword, we'll stash it.
Some hunt with their eyes and ears, but...
We can break down the common one. Ah, I should have kept the Helios Talon so that I can upgrade this to purple.
But you are hunting with your soul.
Not sure I get what you mean.
I believe you were a true hunter in a past life. An apex predator, like a Stelgar. You may not know it, but those instincts are still yours. Lying dormant, like a cat in the tall grass.
Right, that's me. Marius, king of the grasslands.
With a little animancy, we could awaken your former self. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Oh well. Let me know when you change your mind.
When? Confident.
You have something on your mind, and I want to hear all about it.
Let's ask about her now.
What do you want to know?
How are you holding up?
Well, my future is in shambles, and I have no idea what to do next. Oh, and my home burned down. Apart from that, fine. Truthfully, I'm a bit lost. Leaving Fior Messiverno was supposed to be liberating.
If it's any consolation, they said it wasn't your home before it got burned down.
I'm no closer to finishing my family's work.
Why is that?
The Dream Scourge. Through animancy, I can harness the wild essence of the living lands and put it to good use. But what if I tried, only to have it lash out and destroy me? I'd be no better off than my parents. The Dream Scourge is infecting our Adra, holding back my work.
Okay.
Until I understand it, until I can control it, I can't do anything. I'm useless. I'm... nothing.
Aside from all those cool spells you got. Chase the Dream Scourge to the garden. Maybe you'll find answers there.
Let's hope we live long enough to see this garden of yours. Quilici always told me to slow down, to stop and appreciate the land I'm trying so hard to fix. But how can I slow down when I only have one lifetime to get this right? I'll find answers in the garden. For better or worse.
Alright, your surname is Castell. Is there any connection to Castell's Folly?
That little island off of Dawnshore? None that I know of. Ignato Castel led the Valian trading company in the Deadfire archipelago. Among other things, he invested in the future of animancy, and apparently he had interests here.
What was Castell's Folly?
He had some ideas about moving great distances in the blink of an eye. As far as I know, he was unsuccessful. Animancy and ambition are a dangerous mixture.
There was a pretty big explosion
Intoxicating,
point there.
but dangerous.
Any idea what happened to him?
Afraid not. I've heard a lot of contradictory stories coming out of the Deadfire in recent years. Some say Castel is still in power, while others think his second-in-command took over the Valian trading company.
I feel like these
You
are
know
all
how it
options
is.
that happened in the other
Wherever
game.
there's conflict, there's bound to be misinformation.
Different endings. No family connection then.
I hope not. I wouldn't want my family associated with speculation, corruption, and whatever else happened in the Deadfire. We have enough problems already. Unfortunately, that's all I know. Whether or not Castle succeeded, I don't think it's folly to dream.
Have you ever tried animancy on yourself?
Now that you mention it, I did try and awaken my soul to become fully aware of my past lives. Every animancer tries and fails. It's practically a rite of passage. So, one evening, I crept into the workshop and cobbled an invention together from spare parts. Amateur work. Then I turned it on. Big mistake. The next thing I knew, it was morning. I was floating in the fountain, and my head was pounding like a drum.
How do you know it didn't work?
You don't need animancy for that. Just rum and a crew on shore leave.
That answers a lot of questions, honestly.
Sometimes I wonder, what if it actually worked? What if all of this happened before, and I'm just reliving the events of a past life? I try not to think about it too much.
Well, what if it worked for like a short time, and it was a bit much for you to remember? How does the phantasmal focus work?
Ah, a simple question with a very complicated answer. The device is attuned to the spiritual energy of the living lands, much like a compass to magnetic north. But essence is chaotic by nature. As you saw with your own eyes, imposing order on chaos is not without risk.
Could anyone wield the phantasmal focus?
Not for long. Don't get me wrong, this invention is a small miracle, but it isn't enough. The phantasmal focus was supposed to be the start of something grand. One lever of a device that exists only in theory. Perhaps it should remain that way.
What happened to your parents?
I suppose you deserve to know, after what I put you through. My mother wanted to expand Fjord's agriculture. Feeding Emerald Stair wasn't ambitious enough. She wanted to feed the world.
Okay.
She thought she could break the wilderness, using animancy as the whip. Turn the living lands into a garden.
Do you think that's even possible?
Anything's possible, but there are significant problems to overcome. After my father put the finishing touches on the phantasmal focus, she was impatient to get started. After all, whoever controls the spirit of the living lands has nature in the palm of their hand.
I'll take this the wrong way, but is your mother alright?
She was very kind. But there were days when she lived in her head. And days that stretched into weeks. Emerald Stair was just the beginning to her. My father thought she was brilliant. Others thought she was mad. I think she was a victim of her own ambition.
Yeah, we saw that.
She wanted so much,
There's
and there
journals.
was so little time to achieve it.
She was the one who just
Theoretically, her
wanted to
plan
keep
should
going,
have
keep going,
worked.
keep going.
But the
And her
living
husband was
lands
the one
had
who was
other
cautious.
ideas. When she used the phantasmal focus, theory collided with reality. Everything went wrong.
What do you think happened?
I can't rule anything out, but I suspect the Dream Scourge had something to do with it. It lives in the essence of the living lands, corrupting whatever it touches. And if I'm right, that means it's been here a long time, or the forces behind it.
Does animancy often change people like that?
No. To my knowledge, the accident was no everyday occurrence. But neither was the experiment. My mother transgressed on nature, on existence itself. Still, I don't understand what went wrong. When I do, then I can finish her work.
How old were you?
I was 17. That makes it... Gods, has it been 13 years already? After they died, I wouldn't go near a lab. It was ages before Kolichi got me to crack open a book. I have a lot of catching up to do in my studies. Need to make up for lost time.
Someone who's 30 but feels like their life almost paused in their late teens. That's something I can relate to, actually. Let's see. The phantasmal focus was... It's also interesting that, like... I feel like in a lot of games you get people that are in, like, their 20s. Or whatever their 20s is for whatever fantasy or alien species they are, you know? Like, lots of very, very young, very, very full of potential people. Not so much 30. And not that 30 is, like, old. But it's older than, like, what I feel like we usually see, you know? I wonder if that's part of media in general shifting to this whole idea of 30s are the new 20s. You knew the phantasmal focus is dangerous when you use it in narcotic.
It's just a tool. Even a wool scarf is dangerous in the wrong hands. Besides, studying a pillar of Adra is not the same as prying apart the fabric of the living lands. My mother learned that the hard way. That's all I care to say for now. At least, about this topic.
I don't think a wool
I thought my
scarf...
family's research could help Emerald Stare. That it could banish the Dream Scourge from our lands. Of course, Vidaro wouldn't even give me a chance. He was afraid of history repeating itself. Still, I'm hopeful. This legacy of mine could change Animancy as we know it. And something tells me I'm close to a breakthrough. Closer than my mother ever got.
I don't think a wool scarf can be used to talk to gods. I'm just saying, you know? Alright. Is that what you want?
Good question. The idea of finishing my parents' work gives me a warm feeling. But do I want it? I know I've got one lifetime, and I want to do something with it.
Why?
Aren't you full of questions all of a sudden? This is the one life where I am Giada Castel, Animancer extraordinaire. In the next life, I could be an idiotic tree. I have an obligation to use the time I have. No Animancer has engineered an ecosystem before. Maybe, with a little luck, I could be the first.
Alright, what about Shatterscarp?
You know me. Always ready with an answer.
Any local history?
I'm afraid not. I've spent a little time in Dawnshore, but this place is a mystery to me.
Okay.
It's good to be somewhere different. Somewhere I can build new memories.
That's probably
Whenever
really good
I'm
for you right
reminded of
now.
how big this island really is, it makes my problems feel smaller.
Alright.
Not before I've done some reading.
Marius, though. He's probably the best person to ask about Shatterscarp.
Give me a minute. There's a lot going on right now.
You seem nervous.
It's okay to be nervous.
Growing up, I heard stories of a garden in the center of the living lands. I thought they were just stories. No one living had ever gone there. We were just supposed to protect it.
What do you know about the garden? Wait, who was supposed to protect the garden? That's a better question. Who was supposed to protect the garden? The Pargrunan?
It's why Solace was founded. They patrol Galawain's tusks looking for threats to the garden. We usually just found Zarups and dead kith. Nandru's the only one who went to the garden and made it back. Which is interesting because you kind of look like him.
You must have been one good-looking fellow.
Who knows? From what I've seen, he looks like a block of stone with vaguely Pargroon features.
Oh.
You have the same kind of face things from what I've seen. You know, the, fungus stuff.
So Nandru was a godlike of Sapadal, then?
Maybe. I mean, yes. There's a resemblance, sure. But no one alive has ever seen Nandru other than a few statues and descriptions and legends. And we're talking about oral legends, passed down for centuries. Who knows what's true and what's dramatic license?
At least it's something.
I guess. I wouldn't put too much faith in it.
I don't know.
There's just a lot of stuff from the old times that isn't as true as we think it is.
Yeah, but there's some
A lot
truth in it that
changes here over
matters.
centuries. Like the garden. Even if someone knew how to get there, they knew it hundreds of years ago. Who knows if the garden even exists anymore?
But we could still piece together, you know, bits and pieces of it and maybe work out a way ourselves. It's our only lead to finding Sabadell, currently.
Not much of a lead, is it?
It is a lead.
This gods and magic stuff isn't my expertise. Come find me when you need an antivenom for a windsnake bite. I need to get some rest before I get all worked up. Grab me when you're ready to go.
Hey, I wanted to talk to you about what happened in Emerald Stair. I know your emperor sent you here to represent Adir, but the Steel Garrote raising Fjord has gotta make things harder for you.
What happened to your necklace? Isn't it normally, like, very bright colored? You can see that again.
I mean, for you, personally. The cruelty we saw, it's hard to reconcile that with the place you've called home. I just wanted to know how you're feeling about all this.
Still believe Adir can be a force for good? Besides, my people deserve a chance here.
You'd think this island's big enough, wouldn't you? Anyway, I just want to check in with you. This may be your burden, but you don't have to carry it alone.
You're good people, Kai.
What's on your mind?
Tell me about Tama's badge that we're looking for.
A marker of his service to Thirdborn's defense. And something that helps his comrades identify his remains, if needed.
You always hope it won't come to that.
You hope it won't, but you know it might. It's an old Rauatayan naval tradition that Thirdborn's kept alive, and another debt I owe him.
How did Thirdborn come to be?
The story goes that a lot of the first arrivals were Rauatayans without other prospects, too low on the ladder to take over the family trade, too poor to learn another.
The Thirdborn of their families, then.
Exactly. Rauatai's an inhospitable environment, to say the least, so my people have a proud tradition of seeking our fortunes elsewhere. Rauatai's got a big navy that always needs fresh blood, and there are plenty of opportunities for large, colorful mercenaries and bodyguards all over Aora.
We guess some of them wound up here.
You got it. It's hard to say when Thirdborn was properly founded. It started as a convenient harbor for pirates and mercs to lie low. Bold, or desperate, fishing crews from Rauatai would follow seasonal catches out here.
Seems like a rough place to lie low and a long way for a fishing trip.
That tells you something about the people willing to attempt it.
It does.
Over time, those early arrivals built huts, a proper harbor, and walls to protect them from all the hungry things in the desert. Well, that brought in a steady trickle of veterans, ruffians, trophy hunters, and rugged eccentrics. People looking for fresh adventure, or running from the consequences of their old ones.
Which one were you?
Bit of both, I guess.
Want to know about Shatterscarp?
Where to start? It's a huge desert full of sandy wastes, canyons, and highlands. On a clear day, you can stand at one of the overlooks to gaze straight across the great sand sea and see no end to the dunes.
Nice.
Yeah. It's dangerous and stark. A lot like Rauatai, but in a different way. Sandstorms instead of typhoons. Guess that's part of what I liked about it. Familiar, but different.
Alright, well...
Should I break out the booze?
Yeah, let's ask him about Giada.
You're asking me? I'm not much of a gossip. Okay, who do you want to know about?
The way he leads right into, I'm not a gossip. Who do you want to know about? You're a gossip. You're a gossip, Kai.
She's got a lot of heart, and she's loyal to her people and their principles, even when it costs her. Giada's lost her home, but kept her resolve. It takes a special kind of person to weather what she has and emerge stronger for it. She'll have a lot to figure out after all this, but she's gonna be okay.
Driven by her parents' legacy but hasn't found her own motivations.
She's young. She'll get there. Until
Boom.
then, there are certainly worse things to be driven by.
She's 30, and Kai's like, she's young. Is that young for a human in this in this setting? Like, do humans live longer, or is it, again, media focus shifting to 30 is young rather than 30 is old? It's interesting. What do you think about me?
Okay, but only if you let me turn that question around once I've answered you.
That's fair.
I think you've been trusted with a nearly impossible task. When we first met, I thought that was because you made some powerful enemies back home. But as I've gotten to know you, I think that if anyone can stop the Dream Scourge, it's you. What's more, you've got your head and your heart in the right place. You haven't let your duties or loyalties get in the way of being decent and reasonable. At the end of the day, I'm proud to fight alongside you.
Kai's approval
And there
means the
you have
most
it.
to me.
Your turn now.
Appreciate your level head and even temper. As much time as we're all spending together, that's important.
Thanks. We've all got to be able to enjoy a little peace at camp, right? Sure.
Alright.
You know where to find me.
You know, there's supposed to be training things for everyone,
I
right?
need to go
There's an
hunting.
achievement about it.
I hope you like roasted snake. Right. What do you need?
Have any tips for surviving in Shatterscarp?
Let's see. Shatterscarp doesn't want to kill you, really, but it isn't interested in helping you survive either. The key here is water and shade. Cover your skin, or it'll be dried out in no time and you'll be as red as a Balrog's throat. You might be worried about saving water, but what you want to do is try not to sweat. Stay in shade as much as you can. And don't drink the water from the plants out here. They're all full of parasites and poisons. Getting sick out here is the worst.
Alright. I'm interested to learn more about Shatterscarp.
If you're asking about the ruins and shrines and all that, you're asking the wrong person. Best we avoid those out here. This place
Look,
is
all I
deadly
know is
enough
it's a
without
fucking
the ghosts
desert.
and monsters and weird magical walls you find in those
Weird
places.
magical
Trust
walls,
me.
huh?
Sometimes I bring someone with more bravery than smarts out here, and they always turn around at the first empty room that tells them to go away. I don't blame them. If you're looking to survive, don't try to get yourself killed. That's the first rule. Right, changing the subject. Right. I'm sure you'll find it absolutely gripping. Go ahead. I'll tell you whatever you want to know.
You don't have an opinion on Giada?
Right. Figured as much.
Alright.
Until next time.
We're still keeping Kai and Giada with us. He's a tank, she's a healer, and, you know, she still brings ranged. Marius was a lot of fun, but also I feel like Marius is the one who makes the most sense to keep camp, you know?
You smell death here.
Okay. It didn't bother me when I was sleeping for once, so I guess you had to bother me as we move here.
Focus on my voice. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm just dizzy.
That looks like a character I might have made in a game with that turquoise hair.
That last pack gouged a hole through our ranks. How many did you lose?
Fucking bastards.
Too many. Not even counting the ones we had to put down because they turned...
I had to put down 3 good men myself. Telling their family. That was worse.
Alright, what's going on here? My regiment was called the Eagle's Reach. Took a double shift, everyone's uneasy. Maybe it has to do with all these Adirans on our borders, maybe not. Honest to God's Archmage arrived in the night. She looked me right in the eye, and I just about fell onto my knees. I wonder what she's doing here. I wonder if she needs a personal guard. I shot my neighbor in the face today, flintlock close range. He came at me and there were mushrooms growing out of his eyes. Now I've got to clean up the mess, his mess. But that goop just won't come off my uniform. All I can do is smear it around. Look at me, can't even help myself. My hands are shaking. Shatterscarp is not itself anymore. We're just standing watch over its remains.
Don't talk to me like you're
That's
the
dark.
only one who understands hardship. I'm going to be facing down a mutiny soon.
You think we want to be here? Think again.
So leave. I can't wait to see the last of you and your people.
I see.
And go where? Nothing but death waiting out there. Better we die with honor.
So, we've got an Adiran captain and a Thirdborn captain trying to work together and struggling at it.
Another Adiran, Kutabao.
Hold on. This isn't one of mine. Or Ludwig's. You must be the envoy Hilgard told me about.
Good.
Well, you picked a damn fine time to show up.
Wish we showed up earlier, we could have helped.
Dream Thralls ambushed us an hour ago. We're still counting the dead.
Our dead, to be precise.
We lost soldiers too, protecting your people.
Yes, how heroic. Protecting Kith from Adiran dream thralls.
Are the Dream Thralls here all Adiran?
No, but most are. Our troops haven't been spared, and more are falling ill.
In all their military might, your Adiran comrades decided to go wandering through the desert, despite my advice. And now we're all paying for their idiocy. Thirdborners and Adirans alike.
We've since pulled back to Eagle's Reach until more reinforcements arrive to contain the Dream Thralls. Whatever your intentions here, Envoy, it's not worth it.
No, it is.
Better to go back to Paradise, where it's safe.
This is in fact exactly my, my mission here. I don't go where I'm safe, Captain. I go where I'm needed.
I doubt you're particularly needed in Thirdborn, of all places.
Oh no, I am. Looking for Yatzli. I told her I'd meet her in Thirdborn.
I'm sorry, Envoy. I don't recognize the name.
Of course, that strange Orlan scholar. She came through not too long ago. Should be in town by now.
The short, hairy folk found in many corners of Eora. Hearth Orlans are known for settling down in permanent communities, while wild Orlans are traditionally wilderness nomads. Their long ears are highly sensitive to sound and other environmental stimuli. Okay.
Before you go, Envoy, Kith aren't too keen on Adirans at the moment.
That's fair.
Rumor of what happened in Fjord is already starting to spread. Just watch your back, all right?
Interesting statement for someone who's gone out of their way to make me feel unwelcome. I'll keep that in mind.
Good luck, Envoy. Gods protect you.
Love that dude's voice.
They're not fighting over territory, they're fighting over who has suffered the most.
Be careful on your way to Thirdborn, Envoy. Dream Thralls are everywhere.
I'll send them out for you.
Don't know how many of our own were lost. Upwards of 20 at least.
Never should have come here.
There's no going home after this. Not really.
Thank you for your generous donation of supplies.
This isn't a place to just stand around.
We have enough supplies, but not enough kit.
Oh, good. Glad you own supplies.
When the shack stops smouldering, why any of our people settle here by their own will, I don't know.
Fools.
I recognize that
We
voice.
warned them not to settle in the goddamn desert.
Where have I heard that voice before?
Captain says a broken lantern killed them. That it was just an accident, but... if they hadn't been there... you know...
Maybe they'd still be alive. Maybe they'd have got
What's all
themselves
that?
killed elsewhere. We'll never know.
This place is very rocky. It's not very green, but the Dream Scourge and the vines and shit have been affecting the whole land. My first thought is, if this isn't really a place where vines work, might big crystals work in this more mineral-focused place? Are they just the big weird vines of this biome?
Thirdborners have been on edge ever since the mines got shut down. Ah, welcome to the shit, envoy. Sorry for the mess, but it can't be helped. Not when a fucking horde of dream thralls screams up the path. At least they're not coming out of the fucking rock like they did in the mines. Oh, dream thrall spiders.
Nothing is spared this plague. Neither the land, nor the creatures who inhabit it.
Aye, a living nightmare. They swarmed just like that. At least dream scourge people don't eat their kill.
They're spiders. All you gotta do is step on them.
What kind of feet have you got? We're talking about a whole mine filled with them.
There's a lot of spiders. Where are these mines?
Follow the path down. You'll see the elevator. It's broken now, but the mines are just on the cliff above.
I used to hear stories about cave-ins up there. Watch your step.
If you hit the Leviathan's skull when you're up there, you've gone too far. You'll know it when you see it.
Why do we have soldiers in the mines?
The powers that be decided we'd help Thirdborn reopen an old, abandoned sulfur mine. Help arm Thirdborn against the Dream Scourge, you see. Make friends. But it's not my place to talk about any of it.
I might stop by the mines and take a look for myself.
If it please you. Sounds like they need all the help they can get.
Normally, spiders are beneficial to an ecosystem. But there's nothing normal about this.
You there? Please!
Help us! We need help!
Hello?
Darren! Please! We need help!
Our parents,
We were out finding food, but when we came back, they'd changed.
Oh.
They attacked us, tried to rip us apart.
Did you say your parents changed? Oh no.
Oh no, indeed.
We locked them inside the house, but we don't know what to do.
We both should find shelter in Thirdborn. It's not safe here.
You tell them Kai sent you. That should still carry some weight.
They're going to kill them!
Shh. It'll be okay, Tamamu. They're in our home by the cliff face.
No, no. Mother. Father.
Please. Try to make it fast. And let us know when it's over. We'll need to do the last rites.
Let us know when it's over. Gods, what a thing to say about one's family.
What else can you do? They're not, they're not alive. Not really. Their body may be acting, but it sounds like they are gone.
Eye sharp. Dream thralls ahead.
Steve! They're coming to the
Make worth and wrong!
See!
This one's mine.
Interesting.
Must have been stragglers from Eagle's Reach. They weren't ready for this.
Another win, but who's counting?
Right, so clear out the homestead. Settler mines are up there. This is all the sort of things we should do on our way, I think.
In the dark!
Some of them are still wearing Thirdborn homespun or Adiran armor.
Yes.
How long must the living land suffer?
I feel like these are... Honestly, my theory on what's happening is Sapadal is perhaps unknowingly trying to call creatures to its defense. Huh. What does all that say? I think it's pretty obvious what that is, though. Good.
That'll show him.
New leaves in the oasis. Why did you cut them down?
Again. Sapadal is doing this. And they understand it to some degree, apparently. The Soul Unbound. Oh, is this another one of the steamy novels? Let's see. Andrew shoved his way through the crowd, found him around on a pile of rubble, drawn silent, clutching a singed leather valise. Behind her, the lab still smoldered. Lingered for an agonizing minute before, at last, he found the courage to step closer to her. You come here, she said, of all days. Andrew reached for her shoulder. I swear I knew nothing of this. You presume to touch me? Andrew drew back. Please, let me explain. I understand perfectly everything that passed between us here that night and meant nothing to you. Emeranda averted her head. I was a fool to believe that you could be anything more than another of the Oathbinder's dogs. Andrew clenched his fists. That is untrue, and you know it. Do I? Emeranda hunched her shoulders. I, who in my girlish bliss thought I could trust you? Andrew stood up to his full height. Then I will build you one anew, somewhere the Grot will never find. Do not poison me with oaths you cannot keep. If it proves I love you, Emeranda gave him a look to wither his very heart. You forget yourself. Okay. Romance novel continue. I'm glad that they burned to a crisp. I'm glad that there's not really anything left to be observed by their children. And I'm interested about Sapadal's interjection there, when Sapadal has never really interjected any time we've killed other dream trolls. We have long suspected that they are connected with voice for Sapadal. Why? Because they speak the same. They say the same things. They talk in the same way. Connection seems obvious to me.
Your turn, Giada.
Sapadal calls it the rot. Sapadal calls it the rot and acts like, oh.
Many of them. Sailors, soldiers, fisherfolk, all turned to monsters.
I wish I could help them. The dream won't allow it.
Here's the thing. Sapadal on the one hand will be like, oh, that's the rot. We hate the rot. The rot's our enemy. We'll help you fight the rot. But I don't think that's what Sapadal wants.
Hard to believe it's been 6 years since I saw this place.
Because Sapadal also refers to people affected by this shit and goes like, look, isn't it beautiful? Isn't it great? And Sapadal keeps wanting to give me gifts. And I have a feeling that these gifts, especially after the intelligence check we passed... Ah, that's where the thing is. I have a feeling these gifts are designed to sort of weaken our will gradually until we are one of those things and we are doing Sapadal's will. Like they're trying to whittle us down, you know? We are a powerful will, but we are also connected to them, and they want to take us over the same way they're taking over these dream thralls. So that we can be some great agent for them, I think.
How long till they fix this godforsaken platform?
We took you in when the dream thrall swarmed. We weren't bad company, were we?
That's neither here nor there. I just don't want to get killed.
Hello?
Get them to fix the damned lift, won't you?
I don't know why we don't use a simple pulley system. If they hadn't made this thing so complicated, it'd be fine.
Can't get back there? Okay. Look, someone got up there before that lift was installed. They got up there with stuff to build that lift, presumably. Oh, that's not that hard, but I can see, oh god, I can see why people would be unwilling to do it. Well, why are we not grabbing onto things? Normally we would grab onto things. We're pretty good at grabbing onto things typically. God, it's like we need whirlwind sprint. Okay. Okay, so what if the way up is actually... Looks like there was a bridge. Yeah, we need to somehow get from there to there. Unless there's a way around over there. The way I'm looking at and was attempting to climb might be the way back down after a longer and more complicated way up. Man, the music going ham. Are the Zarbs worshipping that thing or trying to hunt it? Or what? What's going on here? Elder Desert Beetle. Oh! I gotta say, beetle is not what I was expecting to see. That was a lot of numbers popping up.
Coming from your right.
Rude. Give that back to me.
Nothing like a win with a good team. This doesn't go high enough, does it? Yeah, this takes us to the bottom. Okay. It's just another way down here. All the way up there, I think, to get to the mines, huh? If the Adherents were supposed to help them reopen a mine as a diplomatic gesture, I want to do that before getting to Thirdborn. But what is the guys were talking about this? They were like, they stopped smoking. They said it was a lantern accident. I have a feeling it wasn't a lantern accident. I have a feeling that this involves our good friends, the Steel Garrote.
This village has felt the touch of death. Or something.
Now then, what's in here? In my haste to clear away the arachnids which inhabited our study, so as to make room for our changed fellows, I accidentally left the well key in the laboratory. A foolish slip of the mind, an absence. I pray that this is no symptom of the plague in me.
That doesn't bode well. We should find the key in the laboratory.
Where's this laboratory, I wonder? Okay, regular grenades is what I've got equipped there. Ah, fancy. Research house key. Research supplies. Spider research needs hammers and chisels for crystal extraction, poison antidotes, many bandages. Dream Scourge research needs chains, manacles, cages, pruning shears for mushroom extraction, aromatic herbs, vomit bucket. Okay, so chances are there's no other secret way in because we have to deal with a lock rather than a barred door. We could pick the lock or we could find a key. Okay. I guess let's search this building. Please dust off your boots on the way inside. Subjects are in a delicate state. We cannot risk contamination by outside particulates. Do not feed the subjects by hand. They bite. Use tongs, a stick, or a shovel from a safe distance. Should you be afflicted with the Dream Scourge, let your peers know so you can join the other subjects. Do not worry about the subjects. They are dead in every way that matters. Why would you say that immediately after the join them thing? It's a bit rude. Alright, no immediate obvious way in, which means this is probably the way up. Our good ups. Come on, no? No? Okay. Here? Okay. Roof is intact. And what's over here? This is nearby. They've got fencing and stuff for it. It must be relevant to them in some way. Maybe there's a key left there.
I wish he could have stayed and gardened. It was all he wanted in the end.
Looks like that broke off of something. Wonder where it goes.
A whale shrine, okay. I wonder if at some point my devotion to Wodica will be called into question by Ludwig, and like needing to complete the Wodica shrine will like having the Wodica shrine complete will like give me an out, and like having it active. I I don't really like the idea of having shrines to the others. Oh, like having them active anyways. What does this mean? These are eyes. They resemble the writing all over Sabadal. Alright. Where's this lady that was here? Oh, there you are. Hello.
Hello. Are you here to grieve someone too?
It isn't safe here.
It isn't safe anywhere, so I'm not troubled by this. If I die, I at least die somewhere beautiful.
She has wildly different hair from most of the characters in this game.
I'm sorry I never learned their names. My brother thought of them as friends, you know? He loved them dearly.
Friends with flowers. Did the Dream Scourge take him too?
Yes. Well, no, not exactly. He died fighting the Dream Thralls a month ago. He absolutely hated fighting. All he wanted to do was be a gardener. If the plague ever ends, I'll grow a garden around his grave.
That's nice.
Right now, all I have is this bouquet. I'd bring it to him, but...
But what?
It's not safe. There are things near his grave. I can't fight them. But you look like you could. Will you go chase them out? Put flowers on his grave in my stead. And maybe tell him I'll grow him a garden one day. The petals look so happy. Maybe they'll make him happy too.
Where is her brother's grave? Oh, is it in the grotto? This map almost feels wrong. Like it's not quite in the right place. What's this grotto entrance? Ah, that'll be it. Ah, Bard. The well key.
Water's precious here, but I don't think that's why they locked it.
Yeah, no, the screaming kind of gave that away. Or more accurately, shrieking. Well, the easy answer is to lockpick our way into that other building. But the fact that there's two options tells me that shouldn't be strictly necessary. Research house key. No key there.
That's
Relax,
done?
Node.
Who's hungry?
Ooh, you don't look in good shape, buddy. Find this, know that I continue to look for a safe space for us. Only death will keep me from my task, for I, Hylek, have made a promise to you, good people. Alright, well, proof of death for that guy, I guess. Not the key we were hoping to find. What about over here? What about this cliff above? Maybe that could have something. This is a lot of work to just save 3 lockpicks, I know, but it's not about the lockpicks. It's about wanting to feel like I've defeated the puzzle. Alright, we're still in the search area. Looks like this is actually... Hello.
This one's mine.
Doesn't seem like it hits that hard, honestly.
Next one's mine. Good fight.
I'm Toka Harunta, a practitioner of healing who dedicated his study and his life to the weal of his kith. If you're reading this, I fear my efforts to wash away this accursed affliction beneath the churning waters will have failed. I only pray I'll be forgiven for any harm I've caused. So this might be a way up to the... the sulfur mines.
Who are you? What do you want?
Hello. Deserter.
We don't have to know each other.
What are you even talking about?
I've got as much right to this sand as you do. I just have to go somewhere. Fuck. Fuck! I should have been there for him.
What happened?
No. The whole unit was pinned down. No escape. I couldn't have saved them. No chance. Gods, what am I gonna do?
Can I help you at all?
No. Nobody can help. I got myself into this mess. It's my fault, all of it. Can't go back to Thirdborn. Can't go through Eagle's Reach. This place is just fucked. It's all fucked.
He's on his own. Nothing we can do for him.
Yep. Can't help someone unwilling to receive help. Alright, I think we are probably leaving the... Well, not technically yet, but I doubt there's anything useful to that up here.
Look alive! We got more of them!
More of what? Ah. Oh no, a boomer.
One for you! And run!
Seal mess meat.
Oh, hi. Oh god. Where'd this thing come from?
Faster, I
Seal mess meat hole. Seal.
Not bad, envoy.
Ta-da! Good luck, people. Alright. Let's level up a bit. Alright, we got points for all of our friends. Chrono's 40 seconds. Let's cut the cooldown of that in half. That's good for Kai. Reduce cooldown of that ability too. Giada. Let's do the overcharge. She can give people temporary health. Do I not have? Oh, I have 2 points available. Hooray! Let's put a point in here. We never use Fan of Flames. Never. It doesn't seem like it hits very hard anymore either. Maybe we may have outgrown that spell. Blast of Frost seems like... It seems like it is Fan of Flames, but ice. And I guess we could use an ice ability. Magical Spear releases explosive damage around each successful hit. Missile Salvo. That sounds cool and fancy, and I like the sound of it. Returning Storm. We already have a good bit of lightning, and as cool as lightning is, I think we'll try Missile Salvo. We have oof. Oh. Alright, well I guess we're gonna see it. Look, I learned something new, okay? Don't worry about it. Don't stare at me like that. There we go. Let's put it on the one key because we already have Fan of Flames, the more powerful version, on our grimoire. So why worry about having it on our regular bar as well? Hello.
You there? Have the spiders? I'm not feeling too clever. Forgive me. I'm afraid I've been bitten.
Not feeling too clever.
I still have my mind, if that's what you mean. But my leg, like fire in my veins, burning me. Burning Canal, too. I think of his eyes, and I can't picture them. Can't remember their color. I swam in them for years. Now look at me.
Good. She can still talk. If we work fast, we might be able to help.
Well, bite would have killed you within minutes. It would be fine. Well, let's give her a health potion. Why not?
Oh, a gift for me?
It costs like
Wait.
nothing, man.
How did I get here? Ah, right. I came to spread Canau's ashes. Canau, my love. We adored this view. At least until the dream scourge took him. I guess it'll be a while longer before I see him again. It's all right. You meant well. I'll sit here for now.
Why does that water look like rust?
Weapons ready.
Ooh. Tier 4.
I'm coming for Ludwig next.
Oh, I understand the new disease is always terrifying. Doubly so since no course of treatment has been proven reliable yet. Well, as a might I beg you stick with me, even if you are lost, what we learned could save others. And I can at the very least promise that the man selling the tonics that cure hangnails does not have the magic cure. We don't know what's in there. Please don't imbibe. I cannot promise you a perfect cure. I cannot even promise you safety. But I can promise that we are all trying. Please stay safe. Sign name is written in an especially horrific script, but Doctor and a K are legible in it. Is that just a note about Doctor's handwriting? Or is it just like a joke about Doctor's handwriting at the end there? Alright, well we're definitely really far from the search for key. Wavebinder boots, huh? $15 maximum essence, experiences smaller hit reactions. By never being officially recruited as an officer in the Royal Deadfire Company, Admiral Hisako gained his title after retiring from the Navy and settling down in Thirdborn during his time as a wizard and sharpshooter aboard the ships of the company. I moved my mouse. Hisako earned a reputation as being a reckless but effective arquebusier, supplementing his formidable martial skills with arcane power. Legend of Hisako, who some called the Wavebinder, thanks to his incredibly steady footing during even the roughest storms, became too much for the man to live up to, prompting his early but honorable discharge from the ranks of the Navy. The soles of these boots are made to provide extra grip on even the most unstable terrain, just as useful on the deck of a storm-racked ship as the shifting sands of a desert. Alright. Why don't we get back to the search for Yon Key? Okay, yes. This is part of the path. It's not some other spot I missed. Alright. Okay, plan B. Fuck it. Leave the laboratory keys on this nail by the door. Always keep it locked. The desert vermin must not be allowed inside. Hello.
Beyond seek. Make worth and rock.
Alright, you know what?
Avaru beyond seek.
Right flank.
Quick as a fuck! Don't you die on me! Gather round!
Thank you.
Next one's mine.
What's that all about?
You've got better aim than a sharpshooter, Giada.
Alright then. I was like, was all that was in that house the key? But nope, we got this thing. Ah! So that's what it is. I could have found this grate. Ice to my way in. There's down here. I could have gone there. Ice to my way in. Run through this little storeroom. Made it into the house. Grabbed the key off the hook and used it to exit. And that is how this works. And then I take the key over there, where it is the only way in.
Messy equipment, contaminated samples. This is no lab.
Oh, you don't have to be rude. Spindle Walker. Webs no longer slow you. Successful parry has a 20% chance of laying webs that slow enemies. Weird. There's the well key. Crystal eater spiders with living lands upon one mineral, perhaps the unique properties of blah 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 blah. Science bullshit. That book seems like it'd be interesting, but I don't need anything screaming at me while I'm reading it. Deerwood Part 1, Deerwood Part 2. What's in the chest? Awakened Audra. Damn, I was really hoping it would be a legendary. I guess there was a legendary right there, but you know, I'm greedy. And I saw that yellow. Northernland has quite a wild and bloody recent history. From colony to a palatinate to a free republic, the Deerwood has undergone a trial by fire to emerge as a powerful force at the Eastern Reach. Deerwood's history actually begins in Aelfyr in 2602 AI. Aelfyr explorers returned from a journey across the ocean with tales of the treasure they found. They discovered countless ruins scattered throughout the forests, as well as plains to the north of the trees that would be perfect for growing Vorlusts. There was a problem, however. The locals were hostile, and there was potential for conflict. If I remember right, Vorlust was that purple dye. The Fyrkening of Aelfyr, Fair Coning of Aelfyr knew that this was too good an opportunity to pass up, and sent more explorers to scout and map the area. Exploration continued over the next 20 years. Small groups of explorers traveled back and forth between Aelfyr and this new world, with a handful of colonists setting up small camps to establish a base for the explorers to work out of. Conflicts with the locals, who the Adirians learned were called the Glanfathans, were rare, but frequent enough for the Fair Coning to send a small squadron of guards to help protect his citizens. These guards established a central base on a river in the western section of the woods. The settlement would eventually become the city of Deerford, upon which the modern-day village of the same name is presently built. Why did it... Why did it start as a city and become a village? Once that base was established, the first permanent Adirian settlements began north and west of the Bale River. Over the next 3 years, thousands of Adirians made the trek from Adir to this new land. Glanvathans, who seemed to revere the ruins scattered through the forest, caused a few problems with some of the settlements, especially those founded near the ruins themselves. These were easily taken care of by the colonists with the help of the Imperial Guard. Adirians, in order to further their foothold in the area, reduced the cost of production, and in an attempt to keep the Glanvathan population under control, started making slaves out of any Glanvathans captured during the uprisings. This resulted in a great increase in tension between the two groups. With the population of the area growing, an official governmental structure was established by the Fair Coning. He appointed several earls to preside over the land and assigned them thanes to help run their territories, and then called the new Greyfram the Deerwood. Deerford remained the center for the Imperial Guard, but the settlement in Pearlwood Gulf, New Dunrid, was the true seat of power for the area. Sitting at the edge of the ocean, forest, fertile farmland, and a river that runs from the coast to the White March, settlers flocked to the area, hoping to establish names for themselves. Adir began to spread across the new land. And then... this second book things happened. In 2626 AI, a group of farmers, while clearing farmland for planting, accidentally knocked down one of the ancient Adra menhirs on their land. This innocent act drew the ire of the native population, started what would come to be known as the Broken Stone War. When it was finally over, several thousand colonists have been killed, as well as hundreds of the Glanvathans. Even though the war was technically over, the Glanvathans escalated their attacks on the settlers over the next 2 years using vicious tactics that left many colonists, several military figures, an earl, and 6 thanes dead. Unable to stop the Glanvathan attacks, the earls elected Earl Idrang Hadrit to the position of Grafe. Well respected and known to be a master of military tactics, he was tasked with dealing with the Glanvathan threat. Idrang fought with the Glanvathans, led by an Orland named Regd, for the next 2 years. Neither side could gain the upper hand on the other, resulting in a tense stalemate between the two groups. Because of this stalemate, the hostilities slowly died off, and in 2631, the Deerwooden people signed a treaty with the Glanvathans. Regd would step down, the Glanvathans would stop their attacks altogether, and the Deerwooden people would leave their ruins alone. This treaty angered the nobility in Adir, as it brought to a halt the supply of artifacts. Idrang also tried to get the practice of slavery outlawed, but this was not successful. Because of this, I feel like they should have cared more about that than some ruins, but whatever. Because of this, the peace between the Deerwood and Air Glanvath was uneasy and tumultuous. Small patches of rural violence still cropped up, but were easily dealt with as neither side wanted another war. Reminds me a bit of the happenings of Greedfall. Anyways, time to go into a well full of screaming. What could go wrong? What could go wrong with a screaming well? Still curious about what that's all about.
Be prepared for anything.
Yeah, like, you know, screaming.
There are worse things to find at the bottom of the well.
Than water? Yeah. But that is still my main expectation for what to find at the bottom of a well. I can't burn these spider eggs. They're fireproof. The spiders are evolving. This is very pretty.
Nice shot.
Seek. Avowed beyond seek.
Dude, that's sick. Mark it up.
Seek.
This is pretty hard. And that spell is pretty cheap. I really should put more points in it.
We make a good squad.
Kablam! Oh, okay. I'll be honest, not what I expected to be in there. Usually you blow open the thing and it's just like, here's a tiny loot room. Alright, this is where we came from, yep. Alright, fine, we'll talk to them. Hello. How screamy are you feeling?
Now I'm worried about who's locked them up.
Any notes about what's going on here? An account of the progression of the Dream Scourge. The affliction begins with brief absences, that is, moments of unawareness, not unlike those caused by disrupted sleep, over-inebriation, great age, and so on. And then within the span of days, this affliction progresses to a hallucinatory state. In every instance is the same, the afflicted dreams, in waking life, of floral imagery. The detachment from reality is not sudden, but gradual. The afflicted recognize the degradation of their faculties until they are lost entirely within the realm of the dream. During this period, appetite lessens as the afflicted are unresponsive to the world around them. The skin takes on a sickly hue, then a greenish one. The afflicted are largely lethargic. Then comes what is currently believed to be the final change. The skin blossoms with fungal growth. Afflicted regain their energy and lash out with uncanny strength at the world around them. No stage of progression is known beyond this point. Lost the cave stone. Vines reach canopy sky. Cave gone. Cannot will back the world. The stone, I know. Greenery. The garden. Kith. Only blossoms, thoughts like pollen to be carried to grow and renew, soul dispersed spores to grow anew. Hey.
The flowers have names I do not know. Names they do not know.
The world. The sun. Remember me to the sun that shines.
Unresponsive.
Flowers will bloom from me. The world shall bloom from my body.
Come on, friends.
We made an oath.
We can do nothing for them.
Friends. Exit cage. Jet. Alright, I'm going over here. Thank you.
got eyes on something?
No, I just needed to get under that ledge.
Who are you? What do you want from us?
Who are you?
Gods take me. You're a real person, not a dream thrall.
Are they not real
That's
people?
a fallacy. Dream thralls are derived from real people, you idiot.
Ignore them. Are you the envoy, by any chance? We've heard rumors of your coming.
That was fast. Good rumors, I hope. I worked hard on developing an excellent reputation.
We heard that you speak with the voice of the Emperor, that you come in the name of the Empire.
Damn straight.
So you must be acquainted with Captain Wingard, then. That's fortuitous.
With who?
We're naturalists who created a small settlement here after Adir ordered us to study the crystal spiders of the living lands.
We should have fled. The local adherents warned us this venture was doomed, but we ignored them. Then some of our people became afflicted.
We sequestered the infected away. But one of them turned in the night, causing a fire that swept through the area.
Okay.
We came to this cave, saving who and what we could with Captain Wingar's help. But he said we needed to kill our affected companions. The Steel Garrote is very clear about whether Dream Thralls can be permitted to live.
Why didn't you do as he said?
Because progress cannot be made if you render your test subjects extinct. We originally came here to study the spiders, but when our colleagues turned, we had no choice but to take on a new field of research.
We thought we could save them.
You want to save the Dream Thralls?
It was certainly the desired outcome. But given what we've seen of the plague, we may have to kill them instead.
Maybe.
How can you speak so clinically? My brother, your husband, is one of them.
I'm a pragmatist. We need your help, Envoy.
What can I do?
Kill the Dream Thralls for us. That way Wingar will have no reason to turn us away.
Are you a fool? The Steel Garrote won't care. They'll kill us if they know we're alive.
Not if the Envoy euthanizes the Dream Thralls for us.
You're joking. Those are our friends. Your husband and my brother. No, just ask Wingar for provisions. We only need supplies. I know he has provided for us before, but we need more. We're too hungry to think straight. Once we have the right provisions, we can decide what to do next.
Any other solutions?
I have one. There's no hope for us, after all. You could kill us. Let's be realistic. We're damned either way.
Damn.
Might as well end it cleanly.
What are you talking about, you lunatic?
Even if the Envoy got Wingar to protect us, there's no guarantee his words will mean anything to the Steel Garrote. They might still decide we're infected. Worse, they might decide we're trying to infect other adherents.
Then we'll just take the provisions and...
And what? They'll still run out. We're going to die. It's just a matter of whether it's by starvation or the Steel Garrote's hand. No. Better we just end it here. Envoy, put us out of our misery.
She doesn't speak for us. Kill her if you must, but the rest of us will leave this cave and never look back.
Can't give up hope. You don't know what will happen if you get provisions.
A bit sentimental, but your logic is sound. Thank you, Envoy.
We'll see about getting you provisions.
You'll have our eternal gratitude if you succeed.
We're going to die here. I know it. Doom is waiting.
I mean, it's not unreasonable to be like, you should kill the Dream Thralls. Like, if they're afflicted, we have no known cure, and the final stage of this involves them trying to kill you. You should kill them. That is a perfectly reasonable conclusion to come to. But what if there is a way to save them? If they've got them contained, Why not try? That's a thing they're willing to do, and they might even learn something. They're studying them. If they keep studying them, they might learn something none of the rest of us know. What is... Oh, there. Things are a bit grim in the desert. It seems like it progresses the night pretty fast, but today very slowly. Although it looks like it might be going to morning now. Alright, Weemgar.
What can I do for you, Envoy?
I need to speak with you about the burnt down settlement in the lake bed.
Not so loud! Careful where you say that. We and they will get thrown into the shit if word gets out. I can't risk discussing this with you further. Please, just know that they and their caretakers must stay in that cave.
You told me the whole story. We need to discuss this.
Ah, right. So, you know then. Kill our sick or die ourselves. The Inquisitor didn't say as much directly, but the import was clear enough. I'll only say I'm sorry you've been brought in on the secret. The fewer who know, the safer we all are.
You can trust me, you know. The Steel Garrote are no friends of mine.
I appreciate knowing that. Thank you. Tell me, are the infected still alive after your visit? Or are they gone?
Search for a cure goes on.
We can only hope. That means a lot to us. Thank you. Please don't let this trouble you any further. I'll take care of them from here.
Good, and give the poor souls in the cave better rations.
Certainly. For all they've been through down in the dark, I'll make it happen. And I'll let you on your way. Godspeed, Envoy.
Alright, so I did find the way up here. So let's go ahead and camp. And then we'll look into the mines.
Hey, sorry about your parents, you know.
That's very kind. Sometimes grief clings to you like a shadow. And sometimes you wonder where it went.
Corrupted Audra. No, just there. Fancy. Superb quality. Oh, we can take it straight to there. How about that? Boop.
It's not easy, but you get used to it after a while.
That man is speaking from experience. I do want to find the totem of rightful rulership.
You seem to know from experience.
No. I mean, not really.
Yes, you do. You just don't want to make it about you. We know who you are, Marius. We will have all the mariners' porridge in the world. So many wedges of cheese. Cook stuff, yeah, whatever. Cook stuff, yeah, whatever. So we can use another thing. Spiced ruscots, sure, again. I'm not even gonna try and correct those words. Find a deer and mead, which requires honey and rotten food. That's pretty sick. All right.
We left people behind though, and it was difficult.
Anytime you want to talk about it, let me know.
Right. Thanks for that.
Exit here. Oh shit! I should have spoken to them. I totally forgot that they also wanted to talk. Alright, to the mine encampment. And to the quick save.
I'm sorry, but those are our options if you want to reopen the mines.
There is no if. We must reopen them. But if you think we're about to let Aelfyr go and take our...
We've no designs upon them. Again, I only want the mines running for Thirdborn.
Hello.
Ah! You must be the envoy. I hoped you might stop by. Welcome to the mines.
I see the sands didn't swallow you whole. And Kai, It's hard to see you stomping around with the Adirans after the news I heard from Fjord.
That was the Steel Garrote. Besides, we're all on the same side against the Dream Thralls.
We've been discussing how best to reopen these sulfur mines. Sulfur's a key ingredient in gunpowder, which is crucial for Thirdborn's defense.
Yes. I'm glad we're making alliances instead of enemies.
Oh, my sentiments exactly.
Kind words are worth nothing. We need the sulfur for our weapons, Seon.
I agree. You need to be able to fight the Dream Thralls on your own terms.
So what's the fucking argument
about? But if you won't
about?
allow reinforcements to come and clear the spiders from the mines, it won't happen.
Oh, I see. What happened?
An ambush. As the team mapped the mine, they opened a sealed passage. The spiders poured out.
Alright.
Many of our soldiers died fighting so Thirdborn's miners could escape. But we are determined to not let it end in tragedy. If you'd be willing, Envoy, you may even be the face of our triumph.
Sure. I'm always the good face of something or other.
If you've made it this far into the Living Lands, I'm sure you're much more than just a good face. If you destroyed the spiders' nests, it'd be a tremendous boon to us all. Isn't that right, Carter?
Don't presume to speak for me.
You were nodding the whole time.
The entrance is just down the path. Speak to Darle, the guard at the gate. He'll let you in.
Hi.
We are relying upon these mines.
Okay.
I'll do my best to patch him up.
Just a little stuff. This curve is a wrong.
Our Thirdborn counterparts aren't keen on us after Fjord. But don't let it get you down.
What's this?
Seek!
Another down.
Avowed will be on seek!
Did my weapon go away while I was doing one of those like super attacks because they were stunned? Because I think that's what happened. Crystalline egg. What's this crystalline egg? Summons a trio of crystal eater spiderlings to fight with you. How? Also, I don't want that. Hooray, honey. Right, hello there. Let me in, please.
I saw you talking with our overseers.
Yes.
I'm guessing they sent you over to clean out the mines then? Take care of Thirdborn's mess?
Yes. You're not very keen on this partnership, are you?
I wasn't keen before the spiders ate everyone, and I'm certainly not keen after. Do you know what they did? While our engineers inspected the place, their miners just went and opened a sealed path. And before we knew it, fucking skitter. Dream-scourged spiders. Twice the size of you and me. Thirdborn ran out. Most of theirs survived. Our people died fighting.
That's what happens when we bring the muscle. I will take care of it.
All right. You be careful in there, Envoy. These are dark times. We don't need more good adherents lost for nothing.
It's not lost for nothing, it's lost for diplomacy. An incredibly important endeavor. I keep, like, accumulating enormous amounts of food, and I have stopped, like, using it. Let's change that. Let's ready that up. Those spiders don't seem to be twice my size.
And rock!
Never had a chance. Not bad for a noble.
Worth and rob!
Why am I even taking grenades? I have a billion.
I'd rather take Let's be quick.
One for you! Left leg!
Frog!
To your left!
And rock!
Give that back to me. All these perfectly good explosives. Oh, you have a big one in here.
Good one! That's one for us.
A little worried about the fire so close to the explosives. I'm sure I can use this. I can use these explosives to blow up many a spooter, but this is, you know, presumably they need that for mining, you know? I don't want to waste all their explosives just to provide a slightly easier situation for me when I can already handle it. If I needed that
Should've known
edge...
there'd be spiders.
Sure.
And roll!
Okay. Oh, we've got a you can't fast travel icon. Interesting. Makes sense. They're making sure I got the Magran's Fury in case I don't have any other source of fire. Gonna become like a Magran's Fury or grenades in general special, like salesman when I'm done with this shit, I guess. What the fuck is this?
Seek!
On your right!
Protect the envoy!
Defend! And rock! Eon Seek!
I'm guessing this means Yatzley can clear this. And it sounds like there's just like a chest under it or something. However, all of these things so far have been like, your companion can do it or you can do it. Where's the or you can do it for this shit? Alright, well I've dealt a lot of damage to it, and it's very clearly targetable, but it doesn't seem like I'm making any progress. So let's move on.
Eggsworth and rock!
Nice shot!
I wonder what that icon is. What is over here? We have a way to get there? Doesn't seem like it. Ah, higher up. I didn't see that door at all.
Let's finish this.
Next one's mine.
Doesn't look like a whole lot of sulfur lying around here. What are these purple crystals? Ah!
Quiet as a soul.
Our soul's quiet. Where is it? Where's the big one?
Worth and roll!
One for you!
And roll! Seal mess me.
I feel like that lasted longer than I'm used to it lasting.
Swarm! Devour!
Where'd you come from?
You'll see. Take worth and roll!
Oh god, there it is.
Why'd
you appear over here all of a sudden? That's not where you visually showed up.
Silmes mito. Silmes mito. Avarubion sick.
Who's next? Anyone?
Alright.
Take your best shot.
Make worth and roll.
Ooh. How did that not slide all the way off? Alright. Gloves. Macron's Force. Plus 15% fire damage, minus 10% stamina cost while blocking. Look pretty neat. But I think our wolf gloves are better for us.
There's gotta be a way to turn this thing on. Let's look around.
Charge it up. Goes a long way.
Hello?
Thank Wodaker you're back. We haven't much time.
He's going to destroy the mine. Gods only know who filled his head with that idea. Don't tell me. The Steel Garrote want another bonfire, is that it? Well, you won't find us easy prey.
The Steel Garrote? I wish I served beneath their banner, but I suppose that doesn't matter now. Envoy, I need you to listen. We have one chance to avert war with Thirdborn, and it's by blowing up the mine right now.
What? You want to take our diplomatic gesture and destroy it to avert a war? Explain yourself.
If we arm Thirdborn, we arm them against Adir.
What are you talking about?
We're opening these mines so Thirdborn can mine sulfur, right? So they can have ammunition for the Dream Thralls.
Yes.
I mean, what help did Thirdborn offer when Scaedclef burned down? What about the scouts who went missing in the Shark's Teeth? They'll strike at us as soon as they have an opening. Half these people served in the Rowatine Imperial Navy, and the other half were pirates. It's only a matter of time before they turn their cannons on us.
Anger swathed in fire, teeth at the throat. Who bit first?
Shut up, Sapadal, you're not
Envoy,
helpful.
This man is an idiot.
What did you say?
But he's close enough to being right about one thing. These mines are about the only desirable territory in Shatterscarp. If they stay open, it's only a matter of time before the sulfur in them gets used against something other than Dream Thralls. And my people are no better than yours on that account. Destroy the mines, so that none of us get any bright ideas.
Well, there you have it. Even he agrees.
Interesting, Kai. But no, negotiations prevent wars, not sabotage. Leave the maneuvering to Hilgard, Seon, and me.
Begging your pardon, Envoy, but the Paradisans attacked you as soon as you made landfall. Please, Envoy, there's no time. I need to work quickly before they notice I'm gone.
No, don't do that. You are making a mistake.
My mind is as pure as fire. I thought you would understand. Fine. I'll do what I must.
This one's mine.
They're coming!
Avowed be on seek.
I was just getting warmed up.
Y'all need to stop just making fucking decisions without me. Oh, it's for the best. No, it's not. I appreciate you bringing your ideas to me. But let me decide. It is my fucking job.
Ah, Envoy. Good to see you again. We wanted to,
I want answers, Envoy.
That's entirely
we
fair.
saw the guard, Darle, headed after you and, heard some, shouting. What exactly happened?
Darla tried to blow up the mine. They were a traitor, and I killed them. The truth is always the best thing to have.
I don't know what to say.
Really? Say on? No ideas at all?
Please, Carter. Know that neither I nor Weemgar had any idea. None whatsoever. Once we're done here, I shall order a full review of our ranks. If we have any other rats, I shall deal with them myself.
You know, I'm inclined for once to believe you.
That's right, because I
You've
told the
done well,
truth.
Envoy.
And
Because
people
of you,
trust you
Adia's
when you
word
tell the
matches her
truth.
deed. Thank you.
Hope you two can keep the peace.
We'll do our part.
I'll manage it from here, Envoy. Don't worry. The mines are open and free again, so all should be well.
Hope this doesn't come back to haunt us one day.
Can't just live in fear of that. Everything you do can go bad.
Something for everyone. You. I've not seen you around before.
Just passing through.
Okay, but come back. Customers are in short supply these days. Do you want to see my wares?
Yes. Okay, so what have you got? Damn, there's not much in the way of... Oh wait, maybe he does. Oh no, this is all items. Never mind. That's just like buyback. I didn't realize buyback was a thing though. That's good to know. But yeah, no, we don't. That's fine.
Something for everyone. Won't know unless you come look.
We're good. I was hoping you'd have some of the lower level crafting materials. I'd like to keep upgrading my grimoire. Or replace it. Oh.
Purge the blight!
Worth and wrong!
One for you!
Sium es mito.
Just like the good old days.
I was like, what's that noise? It's the whole "you've been sped up by Giata" thing. Haste mode type nonsense. There's Thirdborn. It's under attack.
Those dream thralls are at Thirdborn's gate.
The city is under
I see
attack.
that.
Let's not waste a moment.
Devil, you got!
Take worth and wrong! You will defend!
Remain vigilant.
Take worth and wrong!
You're mine now!
Avowed beyond seek! You defend!
Those guards were fucking pinning them to the ground. Oh, there's more over here.
And roll. Avowed secret.
Fucking dream thralls.
Alright then. Hello, I, a very cool and important man, have arrived, and I have saved you all. That's definitely the attitude I need to have for diplomacy's sake, right?
The dream thralls almost got through.
But they didn't.
You're just going to pretend like nothing happened?
Yeah.
Hold it right there, Adiran. What are your intentions in town? Been sick? Strange dreams lately?
Relax, Daron. The only strange dreams we've had involve your mother.
Ooh, burn!
Shit. Kai? What are you doing here? Temerty's gonna have a fit.
Save the pleasantries. I'm here on a matter of Adiran business.
That's so? Going to burn us like you did Fior?
Daron, Aruta's a 2K.
Show some respect to the person who just saved your lives.
And you should respect our authority to protect Thirdborn from unknown dangers like you.
Come on, Daron. They slew those dream thralls for us. I doubt he could have done that if he was sick. I, for one, thank you. We couldn't take him on our own.
Are you smoking Sveth? The Adirans raised Fior. We'll be next.
What the Steel Garrote did was despicable, but I know their next move.
We're trying to remain 2 steps ahead of them. You can help us by getting out of our way.
Daron, can you get on with it?
Fine. All right. I can't keep you out if you're not sick anyway. We just have to take precautions. Everyone in Thirdborn has lost someone. Pass on through, but report any symptoms you see to the Tiranui. They're responsible for keeping law and order around here.
Or the Tiranui. Peacekeeping force. Break up tavern brawls. So they're kind of like a makeshift police force.
Law and order. This place has gone downhill.
Better get to clearing out these corpses. We'll need help. There's too many to haul off between the 2 of us.
We have arrived.
The attack seems to be over. Everyone okay?
That was... I think I saw my uncle out there. He left a few...
Skeleton of Leviathan, one of the deadliest creatures to call these waters home. In honor of Capo, the legendary fisherman who single-handedly claimed boats for Thirdborn.
Trade care of it.
No, it don't mean nothing. Could be someone else. Don't give up hope.
Who needs that?
I saw his face through a crack in the gates. It's him.
You there, the one with the face.
Perhaps
Fish! Get your fish!
You there, the one with the face. Look, there's tons of quests here, and I would like to partake of these quests.
An entire settlement in flames? And they stole your research?
Yes, and I'm going to get it back.
Let it go, Yatsley. They'll kill you.
They can certainly try.
Oh, gods. And Adiran, what is it this time?
Don't worry, darling. The official Adiran envoy is here at my request.
Technically true.
What I want to know is why he's in the company of one of our own.
I meant to stop by, but I guess time got away from me.
I'll deal with you later. We have unfinished business. But your friend has some explaining to do. Why have you come to Thirdborn? After what your people did in Emerald Stair, I can't imagine you carry an edict of friendship with you.
I'm not Ludwig. Don't confuse me with that murderous zealot.
No, Adir just supports her. In arms, politics, and kith.
Not anymore.
I know you're upset, Timoti, but don't take it out on us. I'm furious too, darling. That monster stole my research as she burned my home. But you know that if this Adiran was untrustworthy, I'd kill him myself.
I apologize, Envoy. Eagle's Reach is a slaughterhouse. Dreamthralls siege our gates day and night. People are hungry, and I have not slept in days. So my temper is a powder keg, I'm afraid. I am trying not to explode.
Okay.
This isn't a courtesy visit, is it? I assume you're here delivering a message on behalf of Adir.
I feel like I want to give her the letter. But I want to condemn it at the same time. Like, she needs the warning. You know? I feel like not giving her the letter is simply hiding it, which could lead to a conflict. This is an actual warning. It's a threat from Ludwig. And without seeing this letter... But then again, this is me warning them about it, so... Yeah, I don't like... Inquisitor Ludwig has a message for you. I don't like how that's worded. It's almost like, haha, look at this. Whereas... This says Ludwig and her Steelgrad are coming. Yeah. Let's just go with this, because it looks like this is an actual warning. So, we'll go with don't give the letter.
Does she intend to raise our home as well?
Possibly.
Maybe worse. Ludwig's goons stole all my research on the Godless back in Fjord, and now she's a little too interested in the Godless ruins here.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Inquisitor might be after the location of the garden too. We have to beat her to it.
Andra's depths. If I could help you, I would. The fact of the matter is, I'm in over my head already. I can't even protect the ruins myself.
Then pull your people out of it, because she's going there.
The Archmage Ringrim has warped the very reality of Shatterscarp. Let's just say there's a magical barrier around the ruins now.
Oh.
No one's getting in or out without Ringgrim's say-so.
Ooh.
Ringgrim? As in from the Circle of Archmagi? She's here?
The very one. I feared you'd be excited. Her presence isn't a good thing, Yatsley. She flew into the Shark's Teeth a few weeks ago, and now that area is an impenetrable wasteland of ice.
That's fucking sick.
There's an Adiran who had his mind utterly broken by her. He's still lost out there, as far as I know.
Yeah, I think I saw that journal. Ruins must hold something terribly important if Ringrim came all this way.
Maybe even an entrance to the garden. We absolutely have to go inside and see for ourselves. The Circle of Archmagi don't get involved unless there's something they can gain. They're not really known for their altruism.
Okay.
Look at the Siege of Craghold. And that was just so that Lengrath could try and show up Consulhot.
The truth is, I'm up to my neck in catastrophes. Between the horde of dream thralls pounding on our gates and trying to keep peace with Adir,
The Deerwood once occupied by the Archmage Consulhot. Keep was beset by conflict with one of Consulhot's competitors. The Archmage Lengrath hired elite mercenaries to attack the keep and prevent Consulhot from achieving immortality. That does seem like a big deal, though.
I've had to station guards on our borders to control who goes in and out, just to keep everyone safe. I never thought I'd say this, but the Archmage is the least of my concerns.
Ringgrim. Mercurial figure straight out of Legends, known for her unorthodox manner and unusual fixations.
So,
okay.
Ludwine wants the ruins, but even if I wanted to give them over, Ringrim controls them. And good luck getting an audience with an Archmage.
Well, I need those ruins, so if that means dealing with Ringrim, so be it.
I didn't know they made adherents with such bravery. You never know what marvels you live to see. You're likely gonna die a very horrible death, but I pray Galawain will at least make it fast.
Look on the bright side. If we survive this, it'll make a great story.
When an Archmage like Ringrim decides they don't want to be disturbed, they make sure of it. There are rumors she uses the bones of the ancient dead to guard her domain.
Oh no, necromancy. I've never seen that before, everywhere, constantly. I know a few nobles who'd love the power to instill such fear.
I shudder to think what they do to their rivals in the court. A campaign of unbridled terror. Ugh. I'd prefer dream thralls.
No, you wouldn't.
I wouldn't blame you if you choose to run away. But if you want to find Ringrim, head east of here, go past the Pargrunin ruins, and when you see the ice, you're there. And Yahtzee, be careful. If Quilichi lost you, he'd never forgive me.
Oh, don't worry about me, Temerti. If my spells fizzle, I can always give a good lashing with my tongue.
That's what I'm afraid of. Good luck.
I'll keep Yahtzee safe.
Good. It might convince her to keep you safe, too. One last thing. Once you had a moment to settle in with Yahtzee, come back and speak with me. I need your help with something.
How exciting. We're off to see an Archmage. To gain access to an ancient godless ruin. You do spoil me. I've just the fragrance for such an occasion. I want to make sure I smell my best when she kills us. Meet me by the tavern when you're ready to head out.
What a
Make
line!
sure all your gear is up to snuff. We are meeting an Archmage, after all.
Now I'm feeling underdressed.
All right. Oh, and that's like... Yeah, I think we're gonna want to do other quests first, because that's like, it like untracked it, you know? It's like, do that when you're ready. The wording on that especially is like, we're going straight to the boss fight, you know? I think we could do with some leveling first. Let's go ahead and make a note here. Level with Thirdborn quests before Archmage. Yes, yes. Alright. Well, that's that. Thank you for joining me once again. My journey through the living lands. I will see you next time. Have a good day or night or whatever the hell it is for you at this particular moment as you listen. Goodbye.